Well, over the weekend, Ohio State men's lacrosse made history, winning the program's first ever Big Ten regular season title.
And that achievement came at the expense of the team up north. On their field, too. NBC4's David Guzman introduced us to the player who's made a big impact for the Buckeyes this year.
All season long, but it's better when you do it at the team up north, against the team up north, right? But it's not just on the box score. Alex Marinier does lead Ohio State with 41 goals this spring. That wouldn't have happened, though, if the senior didn't make a big change midway through his collegiate career.
Growing up, always thought I wanted to be in the NHL, wanted to be a professional hockey player. I think that's a pretty common dream for young hockey players around my area in Canada. But realized, at a pretty young age, maybe 9 or 10 years old, that there was more opportunities in lacrosse.
When a neighbor introduced Alex Marinier to the game of lacrosse, little did he know the sport would take him from Burlington, Ontario to Columbus, Ohio.
The prospect of coming to one of these great schools was definitely, there was a bigger opportunity there in lacrosse than maybe there was hockey. And I think I was always a little bit more talented at lacrosse. Looking back on it, best decision I ever made.
Marinier began his Buckeye career as a long-stick midfielder, playing more of a defensive role. But at the end of his sophomore year, head coach Nick Myers made a suggestion.
The first question coach asked me was, how do we get you on the field more? And I said, maybe it's, playing man down, maybe it's playing man up, maybe it's offense. And he said, yeah, there could be an opportunity there for you.
We played around with it. There was some days where he felt like he was a kind of a fish out of water, and there was days where, he looked really good.
Fast forward to senior year. Marinier leads the Buckeyes in goals, helping Ohio State win its first Big Ten regular season title in school history. His willingness to switch positions illustrates the selflessness that runs throughout the entire team.
100% of my success comes from the ability of my teammates, and I think that I've alluded to it before, but I don't like to take credit for my goals, and I think that the hard work from my teammates, sometimes could be overshadowed by me scoring the goal. I'm pretty much just there at the end, and have the ability to put the ball in the net, but all of it really comes from my teammates.
Also worth noting, Marinier, he has national team experience for Canada, representing the Maple Leaf in box lacrosse, which, indoor lacrosse, smaller. So that experience has helped him out a long way. So we'll see. They don't play until next Thursday. Got that first round bye because of the top seed, so they got some time to rest and recover.
Well, Coach Myers has done such a great job throughout his tenure at Ohio State of recruiting Canada. He has found so many great Canadian players from that box style to translate to the college game, and they've been extraordinary. That's why they're
history making this year.
Capable of being a champion.
If it works. All right, David, thank you so much.